0 seconds to go. We're already out of the game. Blue team changing up the strategy. Oh, no, cancel that. Actually, yes, changing up the strategy a bit. They're gonna send their thief as well as their ranger here to mansion this time instead of what they had previously. Their elementalists will be going to the trebuchet, and other than that, the other two will be heading into here. Red team still sticking with the same strategy here, sending 3 over here to the mansion now. At the same time, though, Windmill will be a free cap for red team. Taking a look now, it does look like Vendetta's going to be the immediate target for red team burst here. Taking a look. See how he's holding off. He is holding off pretty well, but unfortunately getting knocked out here. He's going to get taken down from conditions. Getting knocked out. Illusionary Truth trying to come in to stomp. And yes, he will get that stomp off. Nicely done by Illusionary Truth. Taking a look at Miralax here now. Blue team is 1 down here. Red team doing a pretty nice job on the defense. At the same time, Happy Kid just was knocked out. Getting res up with the Illusion of Light. Miralax getting all here. Trying to dodge around with his sword stuff here. And he is going to get taken down, but unfortunately for him, he was able to jump into that Shadow Refuge at the last second there. That was going to be on cooldown for a while now. At the same time, Skovex is also down, but I do believe Miralax was able to get himself into a pretty good position, and he will actually get himself self-res. Nicely done by Miralax. And now, at the same time, the red team actually has not managed to capture this point yet, really just trying to get those stomps off. Taking once again a look at Miralax here, actually backing out of this fight now, going to Vendetta here, who is still engaged, trying desperately to get onto that point and aggress his enemies here. On Mansion has already used his his water field here. Unfortunately, oh, a nice fear. He's actually going to fear those clones off of that water field and allow him to get the full benefits of the regeneration there on that point. QTH-Man coming in, and no, he does manage to dodge that churning earth there. Unfortunately, it's not going to matter. He's going to get taken down, and he times the res just right, getting himself directly back into that fight with that life spirit there, which unfortunately Red Team did not manage to get down in time for him to be interrupted there. Now it does look like now they are choosing to focus that, and unfortunately he will not have that ability ready for him this time when he does go down. He does have his healing spring available to him this time, and he's keeping himself alive. We're actually going to switch up the viewpoint here for a second, go over to QTH-Man's point of view, see what it's like from the offensive point of view. Keep in mind, this is a very defensive build we're seeing a lot lately, and really that we've been seeing for the past couple months here. Vendetta doing an amazing job, as always, playing this off against QTH-Man as well as Illusionary Truth here. We're going to switch up our points, though, as Vendetta did finally manage to go down. Back up here to the clock tower, we have 2v1 on the middle. Eleanor Ree holding off against 2 members of JBUO. And over here now at the mansion, we actually just had QTH-Man take down, actually, no, sorry, wrong point. We actually just, over here at the windmill, rather, we have a Happy Kid as well as Miralax taking each other on 1v1. So we're going to go back over to clock tower and stay focused on that for a bit. Taking a look at that's going on now. Eleanor Ree, along with Illusionary Truth, trying to take down Purebred Control, and Skovex Control is mesmered at the moment, and taking a look at Illusionary Truth's point of view here. Eleanor Ree, however, will be the first target to go down. Miralax will follow shortly after. However, I believe Miralax is on another point, so that will not be of any benefit to the fight. Illusionary Truth backing off here, trying to res his teammate. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a portal out there, which screwed him up a bit. It does look like he will be able to get him up, though, despite... No, actually, he's still in this. There's still the chance he will get stomped out here. It's actually a little bit clustered up here. Trying to get him stomped out there. Miralax did manage to get him back up, though. He's in this fight now. Miralax over here taking a look real quick. He's actually sort of hanging out on the side here. He's going to die to a bleed out. No. He's going to try to heal himself, but unfortunately Wacky and other members of the red team are coming in now, and they're going to end his life. Back over here at the clock tower, it does look like blue team has managed to assert their control, and they're holding on to this for a little bit longer. Back over here at Mansion, we still have this one-on-one. Actually, it's a one-on-one here between Vendetta and QTH-Man. I believe Vendetta did manage to decapture that point now. Red team in the lead, however, 145 points compared to 45 points for the blue team, but they do control 2 points for the time being, and since that point is capped, H-Man with a very smart move will be backing off of here now, especially considering that a lot of his utilities are on cooldown now. Back over at the clock tower, and it has been decapped, though. Illusionary Truth managed to get on there and take it away from Pure, but Control also went down again with this somewhat squishy build. It's going to get bursted down, though, but luckily for him, Pure was able to res him up away from that burst range and managed to get him back into this fight. We can look at it now, and it does look like Illusionary Truth's going to back a little bit. Happy Kid, however, is going to come in here and aggress on this. Did get hit by that Churning Earth, unfortunately. He's going to have 8 stacks of bleeds on him, which is going to hurt. I don't believe he has any way to cleanse those conditions right now. He's really just going to have to eat it. Oh, no, the 4 on the greatsword there from Control is going to pull him back into that fight. No damage will be thrown off on him, and he's going to get his healing. He's going to get his healing turret down and back into this fight. Looking over here, we do have trap shots coming in favor of the red team, but Skovex is going to stop that now, coming in there to interrupt that. Other than that, we really have no other. We actually have QTH-Man taking on Vendetta once more over here. QTH-Man really relentlessly bent, or like really hell-bent on getting this mansion point back from his enemy here. But really no progress has been made as of yet, and really this is sort of a stalemated fight until teammates show up. Other than that, though, it actually looks like Wacky is trying to make his way over to this point. But he did manage to port back into the middle there with the lightning flash. Had 3 members. And no, actually, no, the engineer. Sorry about that. Engineer actually trying to make his way over here to support H-Man, but really it's not going to because he's only bringing more members of the blue team over there to help his other team out. It actually looks like we are going to have a full team fight escalating now onto this point. We did have a Happy Kid go down. Purebred coming in with a Misforms down. We'll be taking him out now. You see H-Man trying to evacuate now as blue team reasserts control over the mansion point now for themselves. Red team is still up, however, as they have not decided to aggress Windmill. They're really just ignoring that point, playing for close to middle. It's a very safe strategy, and it works out a lot. Unfortunately, they're still down 100 points playing this safer strategy, but they are in a somewhat safety position for the time being. But they need to reinforce middle now, because if they don't do this, then they're gonna lose it. Because as we've seen here in the last game, Control is not the tankiest guardian in the box here. He can get taken down, and I do believe as soon as this sanctuary expires, he will be taken down here. Oh no, he's actually doing a pretty nice job of dodging, using his block healer. Actually dodged a pretty hefty amount of what would have been burst there. Unfortunately, it does look like his timer is about to run out, getting pulled off the point, and actually getting pulled out off point due to that nice move there by the Mesmer. They're going to have that on cooldown, but it's not going to matter because Illusionary Truth, with an excellent job there, will be utilizing that properly. Miralax choosing to die on point, and no, actually managed to get back up. I'm not sure how he got back up, possibly from Ranger ability. No, yeah, I believe it could have been come from that Ranger, but I'm not entirely sure how he did manage to get up there. Probably more than likely was due to the Ranger's abilities there. Back over here, looking at the point of view now. Vendetta holding off against Skovex here. Blue team actually has us ascertained both of the side points now. An excellent job by the blue team. Looking at it now, we still have 1v1s occurring though. Once again, H-Man and H-Man and now Purebred actually are going up against each other. H-Man really always seems to be in these 1v1s. Bit of an LA on LA there. Probably again going to be stalemated for a while. Back over here at the mansion though, we also have a Happy Kid taking on Control. This could actually go one way. Take a look at this for a minute. Control doing his best against it, but unfortunately I think because of the smaller point and generally just how much less control Control can exercise against his engineer opponent here, I do think he is going to come out on the bottom of this. We're going to go back over to the clock though, and we'll check back on that in just a second. While we were gone, we did have Vendetta get taken out, so red team is going to gain a bit of an advantage. No surprise there, considering they control both of the side points. But blue team's still holding a pretty strong offensive here. But unfortunately, once again, it does look like its time has run out here, as the Thief here will be the last bastion of defense to get knocked out. And again, just as I predicted here, a Happy Kid is going to get knocked out by Control. A Happy Kid being a little bit safe here with this knockout. Control is going to get knocked out now, and Happy Kid will be taking this point for his team. So at the moment, the score is 250 points for the red team, which in a moment will control 2 points, actually make it contested here at the last second by Vendetta. Other than that, blue team still down pretty closely behind, though, at 250 points. Red team, HGM, will be gaining control of the windmill now, which will give them 2 points, possibly 3 points, if they manage to kill Vendetta here in time. And looking at it now, we have this 1v1 engage, but all sorts of reinforcements are going to be coming in. We have Miralax the Thief coming in from JBUO, and also as well Vendetta coming in to reinforce for the red team here. Going to take a look at Miralax now. He's trying to burst down a Happy Kid. Happy Kid does get hit by that. It does get hit by the Basilisk Venom, which will be on cooldown for the next 35 seconds. He will not have access to easy burst, to say the least. And unfortunately, a lot of grenades he just took there in there, and he is going to get knocked down. He does have that shadow escape to get away from his opponent. But the question is, he's only got that, and we do have reinforcements coming from teammates now. Oh, and he might actually get taken out here. No, he's actually going to be able to heal himself up. He's going to pop his smoke bomb there and keep himself alive, but unfortunately the AoE damage is going to be too much for him to handle, and he'll get taken out there as well. Back at the mansion point of view, we do still have Vendetta and Purebred holding off against Wacky and a Happy Kid. Vendetta unfortunately getting chained on by a lot of a Happy Kid's grenades there. Let's go over to his point of view, see how he's holding off for now. And Vendetta trying her best to keep alive. Actually, Happy Kid sort of gravitating Purebred away from this point, trying to keep that support that the Elementalist can provide away from Vendetta here, trying to keep the Cleansing Wave and any other form of support, which actually, once again, we just saw the Cleansing Wave go off there, trying to keep that away from where it could be used on Vendetta to really otherwise support his team. So a very nice control move being used here by a Happy Kid to sort of keep that Elementalist away from his own teammate. At the moment, though, it is still pretty stalemated, and beyond that, we have Red Team controlling the other 2 points. We're actually going to take a look at clock now, where we did just see a decat goal. We are going to have Red Team's Mesmer, Illusionary Truth, come in here to stop that. The question is, will it be in time? We may have the full cap go up, possibly. No, and he's going to, again, with that 4 on the focus there, he's going to pull them all off point. Amazing job there by Illusionary Truth, using those abilities. He's going to get stunned before he comes off point. But he will manage to sort of jump around. I don't think he's going to be able to contest this in time, though, and it will go into blue team's favor. Apologies, guys. I have to talking on end here. Eleanor Marie on the point now, trying to decap in favor of the red team now. Skovex is going to pop a Churning Earth here. Eleanor Marie going to try to interrupt, but no, actually going into that illusionary or blurred frenzy rather. Skovex take a lot of damage for that, and I believe they actually had to interrupt the Churning Earth there. You see H-Man going to come in, and Skovex is going to be in a rough spot here. Back over at the mansion, it looks like we have red team reassert control. Finally took out Vendetta there. and they are going to get that point and keep themselves only 110 points away from victory now. Blue team still behind at 220 points, but they can still come back. It is going to get a little bit harder for them now as we are approaching the end of the game. And sorry guys, 1 second, just have a bit of a naughty boy in chat there. Anyway, I have a red team at matching over here at the moment. Control taking a lot of damage coming in from Wacky at the moment. Taking a look at Control. Control is about to go down here with Sanctuary. He still has that available, but again, once that Sanctuary runs out, he's really just going to be open for the burst. I don't really think he has the tank, and he still has his heal available. But again, he's very squishy by comparison to other Guardians that I usually see. And I'm not looking at his build out of respect for the teams, but I generally think his build is a lot more squishy than we usually see from Guardians, and that's really hurting his team at the moment. It's not providing that tankiness that we can usually see, and again, I could be wrong on all this, but it's just a little odd to see. Looking at Pureba here, Pureba getting knocked out, red team reasserting control over at the mansion. It's really going to come down to the clock tower fight at this point, and at the same time, blue team needs to also decap the mansion as well, which they may have a tough time doing. Looking at it now, it's still decapped. It does look like blue team's going to jump on this point and try to get the cap going off here. QTH-Man jumping on a contest, though. QTH-Man really on the ball today with those interrupts, with the contestants sort of everywhere at this point. I've seen him on all 3 points contesting 1v1s, 1v2s, and 1v3. And I think we had a 1v3 at one point there, so he's really on the ball here. Control, once again, holding off here, actually doing a pretty nice job at it, holding off against the burst coming in from QTH-Man. 11 members of the red team at the moment, unfortunately getting bursted down by, I believe, H-Man's burst there, and as well, Illusionary Truth from downstate. I don't know if they don't see it, but Control's actually, but Illusionary Truth sort of sitting in the corner here now, trying to get stomped. They're trying to stop him, but it does look, and he's got to come in here for the interrupt. Blue team has managed to assert control over this point now. And it does look like Illusionary Truth will manage to get back up here. H-Man trying desperately to res his teammate up, but Skovax and Control are doing a pretty good job of keeping him down, though. A Happy Kid as well is getting extremely low here. Red team only 20 points away from victory, and they have taken control of the side point as well. Blue team is now scrambling to gain control of whatever they can at this point. All 3 points are contested. Windmill over here has a one-on-one going. Graveyard, or Mansion, Clock Tower rather, has this full flex play going. We did have Skovax knocked out, and again, H-Man will get that decap. And because they didn't manage to get the decap off at Windmill in time, red team will take that game as well. Congratulations to the red team.